In this lesson, we're going to look at the audio tab of the preferences to make sure that you can get sound coming out of live. So we're going to open the prefs from the live menu on a Mac, or if you're on Windows, go to the options menu. Right now, we only care about the audio tab. For driver type on a Mac, it's always going to be core audio. Windows, you'll see a bunch of other options. Ideally, we want to use an ASIO driver, but the Windows driver should work for this course. If you don't have an audio interface that installed this driver, you can get the free ASIO for All driver. I linked to the page about it on Ableton's site below. For the audio input, you don't need any device now. For the output, it's either going to be your computer's output or your audio interface if you have one. For the sample rate, 44.1K, also known as 44,100, or 48K, which is 48,000, either one of these is fine. They do pretty much sound the same, but the 44.1 is the old school standard for music-only projects, while 48K is standard for anything broadcast related. But many people just use 48K these days for pretty much everything, including myself. Most people, especially beginners, really shouldn't bother with anything higher than 48K. The buffer setting is to balance how quickly the computer reacts to sound going in and out of your computer, and how hard the computer's CPU has to work to accomplish its many tasks. 128 or 256 should be good for now, but if your computer is sluggish, you might want to try a larger setting, and if you have one of the new insanely fast computers, you can try something lower. There is no right setting here, only what works for you and your setup. The test tone is used for a number of things, but for now, just think of it as a useful way to make sure that you are actually getting sound out of your computer. But it is also good to see what buffer works for your setup. In the next lesson, we're going to take a look at the browser and also talk a little bit about live packs.